It can happen in our embryological journey if we know how to investigate that territory. Oh, I'm so glad you're feeling the healing of this to welcome yourself. Yes. You investigate that territory all the way back to your soul into body. Oh, do I trust my soul? Does my soul trust my body? That's why I learned to go back all the way to prenatal movement and prenatal experience, which is precognitive before we can even think about it, that we have a chance to feel what is the field, and that there's an intelligence in the field. And that could be the great source of all. It could be your soul presence. Let's all do this for a moment now that we've got a sense of presence and a sense of preciousness. Let's imagine a continuum from body and heart. So find your heart and actually put a hand down on your tummy. I want the gut involved too. Some people don't connect heart to gut, and they have high heart and they have visions of saving the world, but it's not tempered with the reality of the gut, the physicality of life, the survival needs of life. So now rubbing your organs, maybe your skin, with that same precious touch, down through your solar plexus. That can be another place of tension. And learning to have quality self-touch is very helpful when you have a stress physically, or you have a surgery that was necessary. How do you recover and heal? Yeah. So bringing that idea of, heart, saying hello to the preciousness of the gut. Sometimes people have eating disorders or self-attack about their body image, and the gut gets blamed for it all. And so giving the gut, let's take our hands all the way down. Let's actually go to the kidneys first. Go back behind to the kidneys, because the kidneys, they do hold the preciousness of our life. In the Chinese system, they hold the jing, the energetic jing. And that's how much life force you get when you're born. So that's very precious. And, I have to say, if you have a chance to look at my Facebook today, I put up a post of this 96-year-old doing a gymnastic event. She was so beautiful. And she didn't give up on herself. Here she is at 96, doing amazing. So have fun with that. But here, feeling your kidneys and allowing the preciousness of your internal organs to support you. And then taking that preciousness from the kidneys around to the front, to the abdomen and the solar plexus. Oh, you saw it. Good. Yeah, she's amazing. I'm so glad we share things of good news, right? Not just all the drama and all the difficulties, but the good news. And then taking your gut and your heart and your solar plexus. Now, one of the developmental movements that's really, really important is the movement of the primitive reflex called the mouth, mouthing. In reflex language, you hear oral rooting. A baby roots to get food. They find the breast, or they root to the bottle. And this can get interrupted sometimes if a baby's fed formula and they don't really like it. There's not a full pleasure of preciousness in that exchange. Or if a baby's trying to nurse and the mother doesn't realize the baby's hungry and the baby can't latch. Sometimes with preemies, their mouth literally doesn't have this tone yet to latch. And that is a good thing to help a preemie develop so they can nurse. And so sometimes there can be a power struggle right at that early nursing dynamic between the mother's intent to nurse and the baby is actually hungry. So here, making sure that the mouth is awake as well. This digestive tube reflex, I have written about it in my book From Conception to Crawling and the Developing Infant book, but it really is a place you can go back to mouthing and awakening it. So take a moment. Just feel the preciousness all around your face and nose. This is the hierarchy, in a way, of special senses development. We have our, of course, weight and pressure and our vestibular. Then we have our mouth and smell. Mm-hmm. And that's primitive. So you can imagine yourself as a sea creature, searching your way along. And the mouth helps us to orient. Now, to claim your life, you have to orient to what's important. If you're not oriented and you forget about what your goals are or where you're headed, you might just meander along and, oh, you missed it. Uh-oh. But if you're overdriven, high tone, you don't allow the magic of life to support you, because there's bigger forces at work than just your own ambition. So finding the preciousness of your face, and see if you can extend the quality of preciousness to the back of your neck. Hello, welcome. Yes, all these touch vocabulary is what a caretaker can do to help a baby feel welcome through the language of touch. And sometimes caregivers don't know that language, and it's unfortunate. But we can give it to ourselves. So here, taking that preciousness and taking it all around the side of your neck. So you're claiming the preciousness of yourself, and you're working with the skin level and the touch, self-touch, and noticing the shift when you allow yourself to be precious. Here I'm doing little circle massages because sometimes I have a little extra tension in my neck area, because as a preemie, it's very hard to lift your head. So I developed a lot of muscle compensation to try to lift the weight of my head. That's the development from the first 3 to 5 months. A lot of it is about the baby learning to organize structurally in order to lift the weight of the head. And eventually, of course, we have to stand up and we're vertical. So I have overcompensated muscles that I'm so excited. I keep feeling all these changes in my body, even now, once I know where to explore and how to explore. And so bringing that preciousness into the tissue around the ability to feel through the back of your neck. Yeah, if you were not touched as an infant, it is there's a whole missing layer of support, and how to orient to get your adult goals. Absolutely right. And the good news is you're not broken. It's just what happened. Part of claiming the events of your life, one of my favorite quotes is Florida Scott Maxwell, and it really helped me at a time when I was working with a therapist in my mid-30s, and she had this little plaque in the bathroom wall, and I read it, and it was so, I would always reference it. Oh, by Florida Scott Maxwell, she says, when you can claim the events of your life, all that you've been and done, which may take some time, you are fierce with reality. Now that's a wonderful feeling, to be fierce with reality. That means you have your potency, you have yourself, you have the ability to engage with life. And claiming your life is all about that. Now for me, I had to get the skill set, I had to develop it and cultivate it to claim all the way back to precognitive time. Because that's where my, biggest initial trauma was, right at birth and prematurity and separation from my mother. So these are the skills of claiming your life, right? We need our cognitive ability to integrate it, to not be a victim, to not wish we were somebody else, to not get jealous of others' success. Yeah. Well, this is your pathway through. Your cognitive brain knows you have the skills and degrees, but then to support moving toward a basic goal. And maybe you will join, I have an upcoming training program in January. I have a class that is a different type of following your dreams and goals. And then I have a big 4-month intensive that comes up at the first of the year. So get more support if you need it. Why not? And so here we are, finding our preciousness. Now take a moment and release the self-touch and allow the quality. Sometimes we need a rest from anything, right? The balance of sort of motoring and sensing and receiving. So now, allow your touch, your hands just to rest in your lap. And just feel the absorbing of your breath, of your touch. The program in January is called Best Choice, Best Action. So you'll be hearing more about that at the first of the year, but it meets twice a week, so it's very focused and very supported. And I'm so glad you're feeling grounded for the first time this whole week. I hope that's true for others, that you're feeling, the preciousness of your self and of life and of your supportive spatial awareness, internal, external. Now, if you've cultivated this quality, we've been doing most of our self-touch on the upper body. Let's take a little moment here to awaken with the lower body. And I realize I need to always sit down on the floor so I can do more embodiment with you, not sit at my desk on a computer. And you may want to set that up for yourself as well in the future, because I'm going to be doing more and more. So now I'm doing that same precious touch with my feet. That same quality from my hands to my ankle, and letting the lowers get the same quality of touch. And so take a moment to go behind the knee, through the calf, giving yourself the feeling of claiming your body. This is your body. Interrupt any self-attack. Remember, let your leg touch your hands, because we're working with the skin, the largest organ of the body. So make sure your skin is touching, leg skin is touching hand skin. Yeah. This perceptive, beautiful organ of skin. And make sure you go over to your other foot and you feel the preciousness there. So many people treat their body like a machine. They work it out. Yeah, the January class will do exercises like this, you bet. And I would love you to join. That would be so fun. So here we go. Bringing the preciousness to your feet, your ankles, through the bones. Sometimes you can imagine not just the skin, but wow, what if I could feel the preciousness of my joints? how does every joint allow you to walk even? That's pretty precious. You could take your, put your finger down through your toes so that you're literally getting the preciousness of the articulation of the toes and the bones of the feet. This is a very important remembering on a regular basis because there's so many meridians that come through the feet and that go into the earth, and then the energy comes back in through the kidney meridians, out through the stomach and back in through the kidneys. So these meridians are energy channels, and so important. So taking the time to feel the preciousness of your life, your toes even, being able to move and rotate and walk. Oh, and explore. And now hold a foot, maybe with both hands, and see if you can feel that preciousness extending all the way down from your hands, almost like the starfish pattern, where you have preciousness in your limbs now, and let that preciousness go from your limbs to your core. Limbs to core. Oh, I'm so glad you did massage for your baby's son. What a gift for that little guy. And so here we are, finding the preciousness and feeling the quality of claiming your life. You have to claim you in order to claim your life. Feeling that preciousness, and then again pausing, resting the movement so you can integrate. We call that rest and digest, or absorb. So absorb that movement. Let it register. Let the touch register. Close your eyes for a moment. Feeling the absorption. It's almost like a healthy self-perfume. Can you even smell the preciousness? Or breathe it in. Yes, touch can help make a child confident. It can give them a sense of themselves. And it is a time of separation. It's healthy, though. It's essential, and it's developmentally appropriate. And maybe that kind of transition gives you a chance to take care of yourself in a new way. So now, feeling that quality of preciousness and returning to the ability to let yourself claim your life. So take a moment and just reflect on any things you're kind of avoiding. You actually have a sense of, and there's different ways to think about this. One is, I'm kind of avoiding these things, and I actually know getting through them would be helpful to me. And so, can you get through them in a precious way? Can you make them smaller little baby steps? Or can you get a friend to sit beside you while you're doing certain things? Or work in a coffee shop where there's people around so you're not isolated? Or sometimes we don't know where we want to go. We don't know how to orient. But can you orient to trusting your curiosity? I've had many, I was so fortunate when I was really in my mid-20s and I had a lot of life trauma that I found meditation practices that were Sufi based and actually taught in a school for hands-on healing and meditation. But I had to do the work myself to be able to teach there. And it's the quality of receiving following your intuition, not your dramatic intuition that is sometimes intense because it's an emotional imbalance, right? You think it's right on, but it's actually not. But how do you rest into that quality that starts to guide your life path? Those are the things that you can do. And that's so, so helpful. Yeah. So in this process, being able to breathe and feel. Breathe. Claim your life, claim yourself, and start building that bridge, claiming your soul into body. Soul into body, life, opportunity, without all the emotional drama layer of victim or blaming others for their success. Oh, I hope my sound is back now. Can you hear it now? There's no sound. I don't know what to do about that. Lost the sound. I don't know what to do here. So sorry you've lost the sound. Let me see if I can get it back. Meanwhile, I love you. That you are here in this explanation and this experience. Is the sound back? Sound back yet? Question mark. Okay. I think we have to end for today. Much love, enjoy, and claiming your life. I will sign off for now. Yes, I'll post it. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you next time.